Okay.
Good morning from Minnesota. Good morning, Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Yeah. What is that? What was that show? Good morning.
You mean in
It was
Pittsburgh?
no. It was a television program. It started Good Morning.
Good Morning America.
No.
No. Oh, there was a name of a television show. Like
Yeah.
Good Morning.
I don't know. We got Cleveland, Canonsburg. Everybody's coming because they want the big reveal. And I'm so excited about it.
Yes.
Yeah. How about how many people out there opened it and looked at it? If they looked at it, we had a couple of people tell me that they opened it and they loved everything.
Yeah, but they didn't reveal what it was.
I'm just a little disappointed in it because so far they only got 1 day with candy.
Oh, what happened?
How could that be? Not in my life. That's my main diet, right? So but I think it's coming. There's more things coming.
Oh yeah, because I remember putting things in.
Yeah. So far, only 1 day had candy, but they were caramel cream, so they were pretty good.
I think that was the best.
Yeah,
the best candy.
So Becky Bell, you opened the whole thing up last night, Becky. Yeah. So
she opened the whole entire thing.
Yeah. MJ just told me she opened up her last year. She got a couple different ones, and she told me she opened up all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know. So and Judy's waiting for me. Okay. So we got it. Okay. So you don't even know what you're getting. Okay. So pull out your number 4, and all that's in there is a flash drive. That's it. But where do you see what's on it?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So first we're going to show you the projects you're going to be able to make. Then I'm going to show you the instruction sheet. Okay. So, well, look, here's the best one right here. Gloria.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's perfect.
So see, you are going to take your panel from day 2. All right, you are going to.
They would probably say, "No, what will we do with this?"
I know, geez,
this is it.
Yeah. So this, and okay, so here's your panel, and you are going to iron shape flex to the back. And I said, just your shape flex only 20 inches wide, so just up to the gold. Okay, so you're going to iron it to the back, and then you're going to cut out right in the center of the gold. You're going to cut them all down, center of the gold. You're going to save this red. I didn't, and I was so bummed afterwards. So I'll show you. So all of these, you're going to just cut them right on the gold.
Right in the center of the gold, right?
And then you're going to make, out of that, you're going to make, so this, each one of the designs has it in the candle wicking and satin stitch. So there's Gloria. So you keep count of them because there's 13 of them. I want to make sure I have 13 here. Star of Wonder. They're flocks. So there's one that kind of goes in 3. It probably is. This one is by light of star. They traveled far. Shepherds watched. So how about that? Shepherds watched their flock. Okay. Star of Wonder. All right. Shepherds of old heard the joyous strains of Gloria in Excelsis Deo. I wonder. And so all of these. So you'll see some of them I did with the candle wicking. Some of them I did with the satin stitch. A gift of love, peace on earth. Okay. Cattle are lowing. All of these. Is this wonderful? Then I made a pillow of Come Let Us Adore Him. This is the one that I should have. I'll show you a picture in the book what I should have done. Okay. And then look at this one. Now this one, you can do it in a big hoop. So if you're, I think he included sizes for the radiance and everything, but I did it. So I must have been on a Solaris Vision. Doesn't that look pretty big there,
Yes,
Jenny?
it does.
Yeah. But I sewed it together on the sewing machine. All the other ones, or most of them, I was able to do it in the hoop, which we really like. So these are, beautiful gifts. right? Like, wouldn't you love this on
I
your
would
couch?
too. Yes, I would.
Right? You know, this was in my dreams, but, you know, I'm not going to be able to get it done. But I thought, you know, my grandchildren go to a Catholic school, and I thought, wouldn't it have been nice to make them this set, and then they could have raffled it off or something?
That's
Yeah,
right.
next year. Next
Next
year I'm going
year.
to do it.
Maybe you could just start it, in January. Do one a
Yeah.
month.
So what I wanted to show you is why you're going to keep your red, and that is in this book. So many of you already purchased the Star of Wonder applique design sets. Okay, so this is going to be hard for, it's this one right here.
Okay.
So if you zoom in really far, you can see the red around it.
Oh, that's
so I'm mad at
pretty.
myself for, I cut mine apart. You know, I didn't keep it as one, so I just cut right through it. So yeah, so all of these. So this page in your Star of Wonder, it says Star of Wonder panel quilt. And so that's all those projects, but you're going to do them in the embroidery machine. So, and okay, so I wanted to show you too that the flash drive, in fact, I think I'm just going to put it in. I'll wake up my computer. I already have it here, but I just wanted to show you the names of all the designs. So I think I'm just going to X out of everything. Will it let me? Oh, wow, I got a lot open. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to slide the flash drive into the port. Okay, and wait for something to happen. There it is. Okay, so maybe if I put it right here, Kate, we'll see. So that you're going to open it up, you're going to put it in, and this screen is going to open up, and you're going to see the folder that says Star of Light Panel Embroidery Designs. Okay, and then you're going to take your mouse and see where the folder is, and you're going to double click on that to open it. And there's all the designs. So there's 13 different blocks. When you open these up, I'm going to show you opening it up on the machine too. Okay. And I got like a word ABC. I think I tapped on something. So maybe, here, I'll just swing down here. Yes, they can, oh, instructions.
And the designs are different from the quilt, right? Those.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So way down at the bottom, there is, it says instructions. So I'm going to double click on that and make sure I'm double clicking in the right spot. I guess over here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe, oh, it thinks I want to do something. There, and now it's going to open up. So there are your instructions. Tommy is getting really good at writing instructions. So there's a picture of all the projects and the instructions. So all of them are done the same. So he has the instructions and how to do it, all the different steps. So there, so the instructions are on there. Okay, and you are going to be able to make all of those designs.
That's great.
So if you did not buy the Advent box, you could buy that separately. It's $39.95. Okay. And then I also wanted to show, you know, because some people didn't get it. I bet they'll all buy it next year, because really, I think so far everything we've given them has been worth, well, just the thread was $350, but like the presser foot, the panel, this design set are like worth a lot. Yeah, so, and there's more to come. I think you're going to really enjoy everything in the box, but this is the best. And I wanted you to get it early so that you could start working on it right away. And I just want to show right now, and then we're going to go into making the table runner from our event. Okay. But you will need this fat quarter bundle. Okay, so this is the Star of Wonder fat quarter bundle, and it's got 27 pieces. I think we do have the fabric on our site, but this makes it so easy to do it all. So it's a full fat quarter bundle. I think it's regularly $99.99, something like that, and then we have it on sale for $89.95, and the uh, 10%, right?
Yes,
10%
10%.
will be
Wow.
put back
Okay.
into the box. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Becky Bell says she loves
Loves
her
her box.
box.
And this is only
Yes.
day 4.
Yes. Now there was a girl
Mm.
that her box went to Connecticut.
Kit.
Okay. Oh no, it
She
was
went
supposed to go to
to Connecticut
Connecticut.
and went to California.
California, and even 24 hours later it was still in California. So they are the shipping is going to send you a whole nother box, and so hopefully that will get to you really soon. I think they already boxed it up and everything for her, so it's going to go out today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll whoever the girl is whose package went to California, it's stuck in a post office in California.
I wonder if
Yeah. I don't know.
They'll
So
probably wonder
I'm
why.
thinking she'll get it, but 6 weeks from now or something.
Yeah.
Right? She'll get it
Mm-hmm.
in time for Valentine's Day. So we're going to send her out another one, and we'll
Mm-hmm.
just deal with that other box later. So, okay. All right. So I think we should get into making the project because I can show products while you're sewing.
Okay.
I'm going to make
good.
Joni do all the work
Okay.
again.
Yeah, I'll do it all. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right.
All right. I'm going to go slide this aside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to show you the kit that you'll get. So this is what we made at the event. And so the kit will look like this. And I have the pieces all separate over here. But you'll get your fusible fleece and all the fabric you need to make the table runner. And I guess let's show the table runner. This one was the original, our very first one we made. So it's called Embroidery purse, which is just a fancy word for something that's very, very easy. But you can see I have a border print in the center, and then there's borders, and then you're going to cut out little applique pieces for with the leftover fabric, and you will put hot fix on them and fuse them to the fabric. And I noticed this one you showed how to stipple over it.
Yes, to hold it down, but you don't need
to. No, but you can refer to that one
if these things out of your way.
Okay,
I'm going to show them again later.
All right. So let's see. So in the kit will be here. We'll move these. So first thing I'm going to do is show you how to cut the fabric. Okay. So you will get a piece of fabric that will be 34 inches long, and it will be a border print, and we're going to use this for the center, and then this will be the part that's used for the applique pieces. Then you'll also get 12 inches by width of fabric of this sheet music, which I love this fabric, and we'll cut this into 3-inch strips for the borders. Okay, and then you will also get the backing, which is really cut to size. Okay, so we'll have that for a backing, and also the fusible fleece. And okay, so you'll have everything you need. So first thing we're going to do is cut the border, and so I'm going to lay this out.
So Joni, let's pretend like okay, that's right, and then you'll have them hot fix it, then I'll start cutting.
Okay. Okay. So what we'll do is I have my border print right here, and I'll just show you this one again. Right here, the border. Right here is the seam where the border prints are, where the sides are. So we're going to cut it. We want to include this stripe right here. So you have the dark one in the center, and then the 2 rows of little holly berries, and then another row of this. This is musical notes. It took me a while to realize that. Yeah. But that's little music.
We didn't take music lessons.
No,
we didn't play an instrument.
No. But then I
so I know it has an official name.
So we want it to be
G
this.
Cleft?
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Who knows the name of that?
Yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah. She said she bought the kit and made it for her son, a music teacher.
But he loved it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we want to cut out for the center of our table runner. So we're just going to look at the fabric, and I can see that right here. Okay. because so we're going to cut here and here, okay? And then what I did, just as a suggestion, just so that you don't start cutting on the wrong stripe, I took my chalk pencil and I just made a little line, just so, okay, like that. Because you don't want to cut right here or anything like from here to here. We want to include the center and then the holly berries and then the last stripe of the clef notes, I guess.
And then how far away are you going to go?
Okay, we're going to cut about 3/8 of an inch away. And what we're going to do is after we cut it, we're going to sew right on that gold line. Okay, because we want to include that.
Or right next to it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to take my roller and we're going to put it at 3/8 like that. And then we'll just cut. There we go. And okay, and then the leftovers will be used for the applique pieces. There we go. Okay, so we'll put this off to the side.
And let's see, there's a little.
This piece right here didn't.
Okay.
There, okay. And then the same thing over here. I'm going to turn it this way since I'm right-handed. And right here, I want to cut.
You marked it.
I
down
did there,
okay.
yeah. So that's just a little tip, and we'll put it on 3/8.
And this is how we do all broderie purse table runners.
Yeah, they're approximately 12 inches, the centers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so there's our center cut, and then we'll go over to the sheet music fabric. And that one we're going to cut 3 3-inch by width of fabric pieces. And this will be for the borders. So
we gave them 12 inches.
Yeah, we always do that in case it's not
you cut crooked
or
or something.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put my roller here.
We we wanted to make sure it was just long enough so the backing fabric, so we didn't want the table runner to end up bigger than, let's say, 43 inches, because then we could use width of fabric to.
Okay, all right, so
there's no waste of any fabric.
So there's one.
Oh,
geez. Yeah.
Yeah.
One little thread, you know.
Mm-hmm.
and this will be the second one. So they'll be for the 2 long sides.
So your border stripe was cut 34 inches long. So I'm just thinking if they want to do it with another fabric they have. So we went 34, and then we're going to add 2 3-inch pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I doing something wrong? It was 3 inches. Let's check that.
Was it 3.5?
I think it was 3.5.
Okay. Here.
I think it was
I got the directions right here.
I mean, we've only made 100 of these.
No, 300.
It was 3.5.
It was 3.5. You want to do it again?
Yeah. Okay. Well, this one I can use. So we're going to put this on 3.5.
Yes.
Okay. My pillow, it was 3.
Okay.
Okay. I thought something was wrong. Okay. So we have one for one side. Let's put these away, and we'll take that one. You know, I do have some that are cut.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
The magic of television.
Yes.
Don't they say that?
I think I put them over here, and then we don't have to cut into that fabric.
Okay. Now, while she's looking for those, what we're going to do with this piece is we're going to fuse hot fix to the whole thing. Fuse hot fix to the whole thing. And here we did it ahead of time. So we've got the hot fix. Then Joni's going to do all the work, and I'm going to sit in a chair.
Okay.
And I'm going to cut these out.
Okay.
Okay.
All
and
right.
just what I warn people, Really, the Karen K. Buckley scissors are the best, but I'm going to use these.
Okay.
The Karen K. Buckley have really sharp points, but you want to get as much of the black off because it shows up when you lay it on the black on the white. It'll show. So try to get as much of the black off. And so maybe I'll just start cutting here. And I'll go in
so
real
let's
close.
see. We'll
Don't worry if you cut off the edge of the fabric. What we're really more worried about is getting rid of the black. Okay, so I'm going to cut all around.
Okay, this one
All
doesn't
right.
hit. Okay.
So I'm going to, you sew, Joni. I'm going to go sit over here.
Okay. So I do have my strips at 3.5. Don't cut 3 like I did. So,
3.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this one was. Let's make sure that this was okay. So 3.5, and that way they'll turn out to be 3 when you're all done. So all right, and then the back is cut to the size that you will need. So so we're going to take our new border print, and I want to sew on this side so that I can see that little stripe. Okay, so we're going to put right sides together and take our border like that, and we're going to lay this on top of here and we'll pin it. And there again, I'm going to let it hang off a little bit so that when I press the seams towards the border, and then I can square it up at the top.
Yeah,
now here's my pins. Right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put some pins in right here, and we'll do both sides, and I'll sew those together. Okay. Usually when I sew them, when we make these on Thursday afternoon for Thursday night, I don't really pin. I just kind of put them together and just start sewing. But we'll put some pins in today.
Make it look official.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of quilters don't pin.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
It's
then
us
we'll
garment
take the other
sewers
one.
that pin.
Okay, and we'll put right sides together, and I'm going to let the sheet music hang off a little bit. And Gloria's cutting. That does take a little bit of time just to cut. But
yeah, like I'm doing the holly. Here, I'll come over.
Yeah.
Doing the holly. And like sometimes, like look at this holly right here. It has like 6 points. So I'll just lop those off and turn it into 3 points.
Yeah.
So there.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go get around the berry, and I'll bring it back over once I've done a holly. So you saw how those had like 6 points, and I just, even though it kind of breaks my heart because I am cutting off some of the gold metallic, so that hurts to do that.
Yes.
That's my favorite part.
And they don't have to be perfectly like a shape, because you can tuck one little piece underneath.
Right, even if it's straight, you just put something over the top of it.
Right, yeah. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the sewing machine, and we're just going to, okay, now I borrowed the power cord over here, so I'm just going to bring it over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to take the flash drive over to the sewing machine and show them. But I could show them that later.
Okay.
While she's sewing or something, I could do that.
Okay, and then I'm just going to, and I'm using the J foot. Okay, and I have the gray Dove Aurifil thread in. And okay, so went to stitch number 3. And I can turn on my securing stitch and my scissors. Okay, and we'll start here, and I'm going to line up the my fabric so that I'm going to sew right next to that green line, and that way it will look perfect on the other side. And it's pretty much this. Okay, so let's lower the foot, and now I can use the side of the presser foot and move my needle over, or I can move my needle over. So let's do it that way. So I have the needle in the center, and I'm gonna move it to the left until it's right next to that green line, and there it is pretty much right on the side of the presser foot. So I'm gonna start to sew, and it will back stitch. There it goes. Okay, and then I'm going to sew right next to that green line, and I can take my pins out as I go. So I have the side of the presser foot right along the edge of the fabric. And we'll go down one side and then the other side, and then we'll press and trim. So yesterday we had that conversation about, do you sew over pins? I do. Do you, Gloria?
No.
Never?
I don't. No, I pull them out as I go. Because, I've hit a pins and then it does your needle. You got to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I pull them out as I go. But our favorite pins are nice. I don't know. They're even though they don't bend, they're nice and slender. But then it's a bummer, too, you bent your pin.
It depends on what I'm doing, and then I might sew over them. If it's just the tip of it, then I'll go. Okay, so when I come to the end, what I'll do is sew up to the end, and then just touch the reverse button, and it will back stitch for me and cut the thread.
And maybe I'll show while she sews the other side, I'll show some products.
Okay. Then we'll do the other side, and Gloria will show products.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I didn't, well, you'll have to keep your camera there on her, and then when she's done, then I'll show them how to bring up the designs on their machine and stuff, and so they can see what they get on the flash drive. Okay, so I'm kind of here, and so it's like straight here. So all I do is I'm just kind of giving it some bumps. So I go up here, give it, I'm getting there. This is what you'll do, maybe while you're sitting and watching TV. You got to watch Hallmark movies, because we just ran an ad, and it's going to be on the Hallmark channel, and it's going to be on HGTV, and there's a couple other stations it's on, but you know how I don't watch too much TV, but it was a bunch of other stations, but the two that I heard were Hallmark channel and HGTV. So here is one of them cut out. So that'll end up looking really pretty. I'm going to keep going. But I also wanted to show you the hangers. Now, what did I do with them? Did I put them over here? I think I put them over here. So I'll be right back. Okay. No. I don't know what I did with them. So maybe Right there. Okay. Okay. So you are gonna want to get some of our. Now you can put the ribbon, a little piece of ribbon, to make a little hanger. So you could get the regular hangers, or you just leave it plain and then get one of these hangers. So even though that's one I think is only about an 8-inch wide. No, this one is 7-inch wide, but see, it's perfect. So this one will take care of a bunch of different sizes. So the first one is this one with the tree, okay, and that is 7-inch. And then there's two others. So we have a 12-inch, and then we have a snowflake, and that's also a 12-inch. So maybe for these right here, that'd be perfect for those. So and really so this would be another one that's perfect for that. So I couldn't find anything that was nativity looking, and the star was more like an American flag star. So, but I'll be showing more hangers on Thursday night too, because there's a bunch more. Okay, and just the way we have you put it together, you can turn any of these into a pillow. So any of them into a pillow or a wall hanging. All right. Okay. So Joni's ready. I'll clean up again. Okay.
So I'm going to bring the.
But you've to sew the other side, right? Or did you sew two sides
I
already?
sewed two
See,
sides.
this is a really quick, easy
Yeah,
project.
It's really fun. No stress.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to bring the mat over here, and we're going to press. Okay, so first we'll take this. I'll just press. Okay, there we go.
So I was so pleased that the boxes came in. They came in yesterday.
Yeah.
So everybody's over there working as hard as they can. Because I'm thinking maybe I'm going to get to go visit my grandchildren this weekend.
That's
if we
nice.
get all the boxes shipped, I'll go visit my grandchildren.
Yeah, it's nice to get a visit in.
Yeah, I would love to.
You won't see them on Christmas, so it'd be
No.
nice to get a visit in
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
So now you're just pressing, and then pressing it towards what?
Towards the border.
Towards the border. Okay.
And then we'll trim. Okay, so now I'm going to. Now we'll go like that.
So you're pressing now, then you're going to trim, right?
Yes. And we'll trim these ends off. And we have a new iron, a new color. Shit.
So we have the gold, like Joni has in her hand.
Yeah.
We still like the other iron too, the other Panasonic, but this one, it stays on for 2 hours. So that's what a quilter needs.
Yes. Okay, and then we'll do this side.
I guess I should be cutting up here. I shouldn't be sitting in a chair. I'm always looking for a chair to sit in.
Yes.
I gotta find my Karen K. Buckley. That would make this so much easier. When you go over to the machine, I'm gonna check in the drawer below.
Okay. All right, so I have that. Let's just check out the front. I always like to press them both ways just to make sure, like right here, there was a little bit of a...
Yeah, sometimes you get a little pleat.
Yeah, a little pleat, so we'll get rid of that.
And that iron really steams nice too.
Yeah, that's it. You can see that little green stripe there. Okay. All right, and one more little press right here, and all right, then we're going to trim. Okay.
Someone is asking whether or not the Star of Light panel embroidery designs come in the big bundle that also has the book.
Yeah, no, they don't. Yeah, they're separate.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to take my roller and we're going to square this up. Okay, so I'm just going to line it up with
Okay,
the
get my thing out of your way.
center, and then we'll just cut off the ends like that, and that way my borders don't droop down.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's show them.
Yeah.
You told them why.
Yeah, that's
did?
why I do
Yeah.
that, so they don't droop down.
I was
Yeah,
like, how come yours? And it's just she has extra fabric, and she irons it, then she straightens it up. So if you match this edge of the fabric right here, it always just goes down at a little bit of an angle.
Yeah,
and we don't know why.
Yeah, mine always does. So,
Yeah.
So I quit doing it that way. Okay, so we're going to line up this and then just cut across. All right. Okay. And now we'll take the last piece of border fabric, and let's make sure this is a 3.5-inch piece. Yeah, so this is, yes, okay. And I'm going to take this, and you can cut this one in half. We're going to, your third one will be used for the two short ends. So I'll just cut that right here. Okay, and then we'll put some pins in. And I let it hang off the edge so I'll get a nice square corner.
So she goes about 1 inch longer. Then you, well, this time you can sew from this side, but when you were sewing the others, you had to sew with the border print facing up so you could see that line.
Yeah, this time I'll sew from this side. Okay, just put a couple pins in. Today on the, I guess it was the Today Show or the news or something, they had interviewed the great-great-grandson of the man who invented Hallmark.
Oh,
Who
really?
started it, yes. And he was, his last name was Hall.
Huh.
Yeah. And
Huh. Well, that's a bit of trivia
yeah.
that we could win a trivia contest with, right?
Yeah, and he,
Wow.
at one point his brothers were in on it, and so he called it Hall Brothers. But then he decided that Hallmark was the better name for it.
Yeah. I worked in a Hallmark store all through high school and college, and I loved it. And I told them for years that someday I'm coming back. And yes, because it was just, you know, all I had to do is make sure that all the cards had the right size envelope. You know, that was the most stress. And then I swept the floors, and then I was the one that ran for the evening snack. So I thought it was the best job in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Because I got to go for the snack.
Okay.
And you know what our snack would be sometimes? We would, they'd send me to McDonald's and I'd get everybody French fries and a Coke.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah,
that was,
that's the
yes.
boy. Yeah.
And then some days I would head towards the ice cream store and get everybody an ice cream cone. So I loved it. I walked over there from high school. So I got there by 4 o'clock, and then I worked till 9. So I worked 4 to 9, 5 days a week, and then I worked Saturdays from 10 to 6 all those years. Well, of course, when I went off to college, I was at college, but when I came home on vacation, but I totaled it up, and so I worked 32 hours along with going to high school. So
Wow.
yeah, I
Okay.
know,
That
but
was a
it didn't
lot.
feel like it. It didn't. It was it was fun. I guess that was it started me in retailing.
Okay, so now I'm sewing the, the short size, and I did put my needle back in the center, and I'm using the side of the presser foot as my guideline.
Okay, so you had the kid in the bubble, right? So maybe we should put, okay, there's the kit. So it's everything you need. So I should show them what's in the kit. Okay, so you're going to get, in fact, I might as well open it up and slide it out. So you will get the instructions. Okay, so you're going to get the instructions for doing it. You will get this. No, wait. Okay, here's the border fabric here. Okay, there. Oh, and that gives you the stripe. And, oh, I pulled out this fabric. So you will get this fabric to do your 3.5 inch strips, 3.5 inch strips. And then this is your backing fabric. Okay, so you'll get all the backing, plus you'll get the heavyweight fusible fleece in it too. And it's just a quick, easy table runner to make. Joni's going to do the decorating on the applaud and the sashiko. But you could do decorative stitches with your sewing machine and it will look just as pretty. So, okay. And I might as well show the Christmas pillow again, right? And the Christmas pillow we made yesterday. And there is the kit on that one. And
the pillow's right back here.
Okay,
right behind me.
all right. Oh yeah, there's the. So it doesn't matter if I bump this camera, right? Okay. So you'll get these fabrics. So we ran out of red velvet, and it's nowhere on the face of the earth. Red velvet. I think we bought it all to do all of our kits, but we found this fabric. So Kate, zoom in on this. This is so pretty, isn't it? Okay, so we that one. If you get this kit, you're gonna get the dark border. Okay, but also we're giving you a piece of black fabric with little gold dots. So you can decide whether you want black behind it or this ivory with the poinsettias behind it. Yeah, I know. Isn't it pretty? They made this yesterday. So, yes, we do. Kimberbell is coming on at 3 o'clock, and Mary Lou and Kathy are all ready for it. She's always ready ahead of time. She is a star presenter because she and actually Tiffany, right? They both are always ready for the show. Where me, I'm the one that's making something up till the very last minute.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing. Press again, and press towards the borders, and here we go, and then trim. So the top is done. Our next step is we're going to fuse that to.
Hand me that bag, and I'll put that kit back in.
All right. Okay, here we'll go like this.
You guys done?
No, somebody said, "Are you done?" No, not yet.
We have plenty of time. We're good.
Yeah.
Judy Bell brought this pumpkin stuff in for us.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll take this, press the seam towards the border.
What time is it, Kate? So Kathy was wondering. One. So we're doing okay.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Pressing. And I'm
She's
still cutting.
She's still cutting.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the hard part. You're doing the hard part today.
It just is takes a while.
Yeah, it's not
That's
hard.
all
It's just.
Yeah.
You can do
Okay.
that and watch
And then
TV.
you're gonna
watch
trim.
Hallmark. Okay.
Yeah, watch Hallmark.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we
Someone
go.
said that they ordered the Christmas musical cable runner kit, but they received a longer 60-degree cable runner.
Oh, so they meant to get this one, and they got the 60-degree. Okay. All right. I better write that her down. You did write it down?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good. Yeah,
right.
Ruth Ann and Maddie, when they're on, they take notes for us. So
Okay, let's just make sure we don't. I love the steam on this iron.
yeah.
But we do have a new color. We have a ruby red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
I got to go down to shipping. They arrived,
Mhm.
and I got to go down to shipping and take a look at it.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're going
right.
to trim.
Yeah.
But you might as well leave that up here, Joni, because your
'Cause-
very next thing is
yes.
going to be
okay.
iron.
All right, so I'll just
So,
move it off to the side.
yeah.
So we're going to take the ruler and the rotary cutter, and I'm just going to kind of square this up. I'm going to put the edge right along the border. And then I also look down here to see like where it hits the green stripe, and here it is right here. And make sure it's straight. There we go. Okay. All right, and then we'll do this side. So we are getting, and then after we fuse the fleece on, we're going to decorate it with stitches, decorative stitches.
Okay. Okay.
And one more
Slide
corner.
it right back. Oh, one more corner.
One more
Okay.
corner, right? Okay, there's it. All right, so now I have my fusible fleece, and we're going to put that down. There we go, with the fusible side facing up.
I wonder if it would be better to go
This
this
way, yeah, I think that way with this.
Okay, there we go.
What are the measurements of the ruler you're using?
Oh, the ruler? This one is a 6-inch by 24-inch. And this is the Quilter Select ruler. This is the one that doesn't move. Okay, here you got a bubble here.
We're going to bring this, place this down. Here.
There. Okay.
There. Okay, and we'll lay this on nice and flat.
Yeah. Oh, I'm helping because we're doing speed sewing.
Yeah, well,
Because
this
the
is-
Kimberbro girls are ready to set up.
Okay, well, this is
We're not on till 3.
Okay. Okay.
This is like we do every Thursday. So-
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this and we're just gonna take the iron.
Yeah, just lightly. I mean, you'll fuse it better than we will because you'll have more time. But
Yeah.
as long as it's fused enough. Okay, I'm going to keep cutting. Now, you're going to decorate the sides. Now, where is our finished table runner?
It is
There.
over here.
Well,
So
that one isn't finished.
this,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go-
this one is.
Oh, that one is.
Yeah,
okay, so maybe I'll lay it in front. Well,
Okay. Here.
just so they can see.
Mhm.
Here is the finished one. So here, I'll just lay it like right here.
Mhm.
And then it'll be ready to pull in front whenever
Okay.
you need it.
So we'll lay this down nice and flat.
I'm gonna keep cutting.
Okay.
We have a lot of people who sew with friends. There's a whole group that for years they've been meeting at a church and they all sew together. They had Kathy come as a guest speaker one time, and I have to ask her how many were there because it seems like that's a really neat group. They find the newest and the latest. I don't know how they find it, but they always do. And luckily they share their knowledge with us whenever they find something that's kind of new and trending. They say trending. They share it with us, and we go, okay, we'll go get this started. So we really appreciate that.
Okay, and then that's just the bottom, and then we'll trim off the excess heavyweight fusible fleece. Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna slide your thing away, and
All
you'll
right.
trim.
All right, good. Okay, so I'm just going to line my roller up with the edge of the table runner.
And I'm still cutting. I
Yeah.
have my one job, and I'm still cutting. Okay. Joni has all the rest of the jobs.
Okay, so there we go. So I kind of look at, both the edge and the seams and make sure it's straight. Okay, and we'll cut this off. And then we'll go to each of the long sides. This one I just have to take off a little bit.
I got in my car yesterday, and it said all 4 of my tires are low, which I know is normal, when it gets cold.
When the weather changes.
Yeah, but
So did you take
well,
it?
I have to go, and I'm gonna try to run out there today because I don't know about tire pressure and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So in case, I'm not sure whether Maddie and Tommy are gonna go at the same time I am, but I want my car ready just in case.
Okay, and then
They have a
take this.
cheerleading competition. Cheerleading has become a big sport. So it really isn't cheerleading like we knew it. It's more
No.
stunts and flips and all kinds of lifts and flips, especially. It's amazing. And you could be a girl. You could be a girl and do it. Some sports you kind of have to practically be a boy, and in order to compete. And here you could be a girl that likes ponytails and makeup and bows and sparkles, and yet you're very athletic, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why Pete always liked figure skating, because he said you can be a girl and figure skate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have sparkles and makeup, and I mean, some girls don't like that, but for the girls that like it,
Right.
that's a good sport.
Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the applause and add a row of decorative stitches on the two sides. So I have, so we're going to go over here. Okay, so I have, okay, let me get it up and you can get the camera and then, oh, all right. Okay.
And I'm still cutting.
Okay.
Tony has a
And
table runner,
and
and I am still cutting.
Okay, now my foot control got wrapped around the chair, so I'll put that over here. Okay. All right, so I have this, my applause is threaded for a wide cover stitch, and then I have red and green thread in the decorative stitch spool pins, and I have razzle and dazzle, and Dazzle is this really pretty one with a little bit of sparkle, and then Razzle is on the right side, and that is just like a smooth rayon thread, and it is an 8-weight thread. And so I'm just going to start to sew. And when I first time I did this, I tried to do little swirls and on with a marking pen, but I didn't feel like I needed that. So I'm going to sew. I'm going to start here and then just kind of make little swirls. And so I'm going to tuck my fabric underneath the foot and just start to sew. And so it has, here we're going to pull this up. There we go.
It's so cool to watch.
It is. It has those wipers, and they move back and forth. And
oh, it's going over a heavy seam, I think.
Yes,
or is something
it is.
stuck?
Yes. No, let's see.
It's not sounding good, Jody.
No, let's take that out. Okay, so to take it out, we're going to turn backwards once.
Do you think something got caught?
Look,
right here.
Look,
okay, so you don't have to take it out.
Okay.
Okay. So stop whenever it's noisy.
Yeah.
So you don't have to take it out. I would just keep going because whatever it's doing on the back, and
let's
unless
see.
it skipped, and if it skipped, it hardly it only it's always every time it did something. It was us.
It's fine.
It's fine.
No,
okay, but you can cover up a spot with a little poinsettia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the thread came out of the antenna, and I'm just going to sew on the borders, and I'm just moving it like this.
And I'm still cutting.
Yeah. Okay.
And what we got a whole crew putting together boxes. And okay, those of you that open the whole thing, now we can't tell them what's in it. But what did you just think of present number 24?
Oh.
So
Okay.
don't tell them what you got.
It looks perfect. Okay. So there it is. And I'll go down the other side. And then I think we'll go over the sashiko and put a couple of lines in. So just raise your presser foot and tuck your fabric underneath.
Do we have the applaud in the lineup, or that we do? Oh, it's in. Oh, good. Okay, so that's a deposit on the applaud. We've got some really good deals on the machines that we used at our event. So Steve has special pricing. So put your deposit down, and then he'll give you a call. And also, I think we have some really good deals on the sashikos too. Joni, it's looking good.
Just going it looks really pretty.
It is. So there's a lesson right there. If your machine all of a sudden is noisy,
check it.
Stop and figure out.
Yeah, we moved it from one room to the other, and that's probably what happened. Yeah.
Oh, Valerie said she opened 24 and it's awesome. So, not that I want to wish this month away, but I can't wait for everybody to see every day. So.
Okay, so now
that looks good.
Yeah.
Now
I'll go to the sashiko, or should I do another row, or?
I think go over to the sashiko to save time.
Okay.
Yeah, so she would do, as many rows as she wanted going down.
Yeah.
On ours,
I think I did two different ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So the
I did a wide and then a narrow.
A narrow, and we put red in both for the narrow, so you do whatever you want. Okay. So now the sashiko.
Okay, so I have the sashiko.
And I'll keep cutting.
It's a really fun machine. Okay, now I do have to plug it in. I'm using the same power.
Okay, and I'll get out of Kate's way so she can move the camera.
All right, so we're going to put that in here. There, okay. All right, so this machine it does a stitch that looks like the hand done a stitch. and you can adjust the stitch length and the spacing in between the two. That you can adjust the spacing and also the length of the stitch. But I have it all set up, and I have red thread. Now you notice I don't have a top thread, and the thread is in the bobbin. And I'm just going to, I'm going to start here, maybe opposite of where I sewed with the applause. And we'll just step on the foot control and do the same thing. But you kind of watch down here. There's like a hook that kind of grabs the thread.
And Baby Lock has great tutorials if you get the machine. They have really good tutorials on threading and operating and creative techniques. So
so I'm just doing the same thing, just making little swirls.
at first we said, put it all together, then decorate it. But then Ruth Ann caught that we would have thread ends that we would have had to bury. So it's better to decorate with these decorative stitches on your machine, or if you have a Baby Lock applaud. Even the cover stitch on the like the Triumph and the Accolade, you could use that, but you have to sew from the wrong side. So with the applaud, it's wonderful because you can sew with the right side of your fabric facing up.
And then when I stop, I'll just lift the presser foot and you pull the threads back and put it through the thread cutter right here. There we go. And then I'll do another one, another row on the opposite side. So it looks like that. Okay. Okay, so this looks
Are you going to do both sides? Well,
yeah.
why don't you move on, Joni?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
would decorate both sides. Yeah. So we're going to
Okay.
move on to
Okay.
putting the back on.
Okay. So next you could either put the back on or you could put your applique pieces on. So I guess we'll go ahead and do the back.
Yeah, because I'm still cutting.
She's still cutting. Okay.
Yeah.
So your back is, we're going to put right sides together. Okay. And okay, and we'll need our pins. So there's, okay. And there's plenty of fabric, so it's, so you have excess on all four sides, and then we'll grab our pins, and we're gonna sew around this. We're just gonna put right sides together, sew it together, and then turn it, so I'll leave an opening.
Or maybe while she's working, I'm almost done cutting. As long as I have 4 good-sized pieces, then I think I'll have enough for my corners. Like we said, when you're decorative stitching, if something like messes up, you could cover up that spot with a little sprig of holly or a little part of the poinsettia. Maybe this bell, you could put the bell over it. We were doing all kinds of creative things.
Okay.
But it was really fun to get at our event for everyone to get to see different machines that they had never run before. It was really fun.
Okay, so now what we'll do is
Now explain to them how you don't trim it ahead of time.
Right.
So your back will be bigger than your front.
But
She does that on purpose.
Yes, I do. And I sew from the edge of the table runner. So when we'll cut the excess off. So, okay, so we're going to go over and now what I do too, we're going to leave an opening. So let's say we want the opening here. Maybe I need another pin in here. Maybe what I should do is I'll put a pin in like backwards just so I know where the opening should be. And it just takes about 5 inches or so. And then, okay. And what I do is I don't start here and then just go all the way around. What I do is I start on the very edge and I sew on an angle and I come out and I'll pivot and then I'll sew around, and then the same thing when I come around this side, I'll stop and then sew on an angle to the edge. And that way, when I turn it, it just automatically goes in. Okay, so, okay. Okay, so we'll go back to the there we go. Okay, all right, so we're going to go to the straight stitch, and I'm going to start on that side.
It's just easier with the back bigger. Things don't shift, right?
Right, and you never know, especially when you have a group sewing on something, someone might take a larger seam or something like that, and then, so it's just, I always do it this way because it's easier. It's hard to match up edges, right?
Yeah,
And then
and
you
it
might
slips. Yeah, when you have all those layers, the underneath layer might slip underneath.
Okay.
And you're not sewing it. How many of us? Oh, everyone's done that. They thought they were sewing the seam and it wasn't catching the bottom layer.
Okay, so I'm gonna sew on an angle, and then I'll stop with the needle down, and we'll raise the presser foot and pivot. Okay, and we're gonna sew around.
Now, Janine, we got to get Janine's project over here.
Oh,
She is
yeah.
making her son a old world Santa suit, and she's doing it in Merlot velvet. She has embroideries going all around, beautiful fur, everything. So when she gets that done, we'll make her come on the show and show everybody the suit. It is beautiful. But any day that you stop in here, you can see Janine working on it. Like today's her day off, so she's in sewing on the suit.
Okay, so I'll come to the corner and I'll stop. Okay, take one more stitch, raise the presser foot, and we'll lower the presser foot and start to sew again.
Would you be able to show the Star of Wonder pillow, the rectangular one again? Someone asked.
The pillows like from that stack, the ones that they get. Okay, yes, sir. I'll bring them all over again. I'd love to show them. Okay.
Someone asked what size.
So I gotta see. It was a standard pillow form size. I'm gonna say, let me measure. So I think I went like 13. So it's 13. So maybe it is a 12 by 18. Does that sound right? 12 by 18 pillow form. So, and we just, we overlap in the back and then slide it in. I always go for easy. It's kind of, I don't like that it's gaping a little bit. And so I think it was Adrian. She told me she put a little Velcro here, a Velcro here, and that holds them shut. So we're going for quantities of these being made. So there's one of the pillows. Now the other pillow, right there. Okay. So the other pillow, this one was also a standard size pillow form. And so that's how I judged it. And I was worried about it because like my sides are wider than my top and bottom. And remember, we do it in the hoop, so we don't have to sew any of the borders on. So we just lay the fabric over the top. It's going to do the straight stitch. Then we're going to trim away the excess of the red star, and then it'll satin stitch it down. So this one, they call this one a lumbar pillow. So it was a standard lumbar pillow. And let's see. So that looks like I made, that one's about 12 by maybe 12 by 26. But it was just, so maybe my pillow was a little bigger, but it fills in nice. Okay, and that too, we overlapped. Now, the farther you overlap, the less you're going to get that gaping. So when I made this one, I went, oh, darn, I didn't have enough fabric. So if you try to overlap it, so it's at least overlapping by like 4 inches, then like this one right here, I overlapped. Let's see where it is right here. So that one does look like it's about 4 inches, and see how nice it is. So the more you do, the better. Okay, so here is your O Little Town of Bethlehem. Here is Come Let Us Adore Him. Here is the donkey. Okay, and Gift of Love. So here's the king with the gifts and their flocks. So shepherds of old heard the joyous strains. So there's the shepherds. So Star of Wonder. I love this one. Peace on earth, right? And you could turn it into a pillow. But here, by light of star, they traveled far. Okay. Cattle are lowing. That was a word we had to look up. But cattle are lowing. It's a deep mooing that they do when they're at night. Gloria. Can you believe that my name is in here? Okay. Shepherds watched their flock. So I did refer to the book. So the pictures in the book, I tried to get as close to her. I love everything that Nancy Halverson does. She's coming out with some new books, I think in the spring, and it's going to use Wander Lane fabric. So don't use up all your Wander Lane. All right, let's see how you're doing, Joni.
So now we're ready to trim off the excess.
Okay, I'll get my stuff out of the way.
All right. And
now it's going to take you a while. You're going to trim. So show them how you trim.
Okay.
And then I'll show products while you're ironing.
Okay. So we're going to, all right, so I still have a couple pins in here. All right.
And I'm going to keep cutting.
All right. All right. So we have the roller. And I'm just going to cut this just a little bit past the fusible fleece so that we don't have a blunt edge there. So it's more of a graded seam allowance. So we're just going to cut that off.
Okay, so maybe it's just a little wider. So see how a little bit of it is peeking out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then over here where the opening is, let's see, must be on this side. Yeah, right here. So I will do this. So it starts right here. So I'm just going to cut off the excess. And then right here, I'm going to kind of go like that. And it just makes it a little bit easier to tuck it in if this is a little longer where the opening is. Here, I'll just go like that. And then we'll go back in. And then we'll do the rest of the side. Okay, and then this side. This is the side without the opening, so we can just cut.
I'm on my last piece cutting.
Okay, good.
I'm getting
Yeah,
done
we're
right
getting-
at the
we're-
right moment.
Right. How do your fingers feel?
Oh, yeah, like
Yeah.
here, it's
Yeah.
like indent there.
Mhm.
So I'm not using the right scissors,
No,
but
we need those.
I'm going to get this building cleaned up so we can find things.
Mhm. Okay, and then we'll do this end. And then I'm just going to snip the corners. All right, so we'll put that down. And here, this was, let's see, I think I have, these are pinking shears. We don't need that. Okay.
Oh, here, you need scissors
Yeah,
right there.
okay. So I'm going to snip off my there. And I just take this and I cut. I don't cut real close because you don't want it to poke through, but maybe 1/8 of an inch away from the corner. Okay, so we'll do that on all 4 sides. And then we're ready to turn and then press. And then we'll press our applique pieces on. And that one, okay, and then my opening is right here.
And I'm thinking you're going to need a point turner.
Yeah.
And I forgot. So let me see if there is one in here.
Point turner is the greatest tool.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
I'm
we
going to kind
can-
of pull that through, and then I'm going to go.
I'm going to look for a point turner.
Okay, you know
Okay.
where it was? It was.
There was one here.
Okay, good. I think I know where it might be because it was in. We had another cabinet here, and it was in the drawer in that cabinet, and then they took everything out of the cabinet and put it in a bin. So it's probably in that bin. Okay, so I'm going to pull that through. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good. Okay.
This is
And
our
then I-
favorite point turner.
Mhm.
You have to have this.
Yes.
We probably don't have it in the lineup, but we've shown it
Mhm.
probably 1,000,000 times. This one doesn't want to come out for me.
Okay. We're going to take that and turn it.
Oh, it's got tape holding it in, that's why. There. Okay.
All right. So we're
What's-
pulling it through.
Now she's gonna work while I show projects.
Okay.
Oh, products.
Okay.
Okay, so I think the next thing I saw there was the featherweight hot fix. That's what we use.
Mhm.
So you gotta have this. The featherweight. So they make just plain old hot fix, but we like the featherweight hot fix so much better. Have you ever used like heat and bond? It makes your appliques really stiff. So the featherweight hot fix, your fabric is able to bend, and it's a 10-yard roll, 12 inches wide. You have to follow the instructions. You do hold your iron down, for longer than you think.
Here, I'm just going to
Okay, you're
poke that through.
do you, do
Okay.
you have your point turner
Yeah,
there?
I do. Yeah. So we're going
Okay.
to poke that through, and I'll get a nice corner.
Now the next one,
Mhm.
next item is the new ruby red, and Steve is trying to jump on the Wicked bandwagon. Somebody said at the start of the show, and they did this when I went to see it. That at the start of the show, they asked you not to sing along.
Did they?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, can you imagine? But
Yeah.
there are viewings of the movie where it is a sing along. So they have 3D. Sarah and I ended up on a 3D, one.
Okay.
And you had to wear the glasses.
Okay.
And but there's a sing along one, then there's a regular one. But Sarah felt like we were in a theater that had a small screen, and she felt like we should have gone to like a surround IMAX.
That's what my daughter said. She said she's going to go see it again.
Yeah.
Now let's see what happened to my
Okay.
mat.
Now, do we have the sashiko in the lineup?
Okay.
I can.
Okay, put the sashiko in.
Okay. I
Okay,
lost
you
my-
doing okay? Oh, you need to
there,
iron.
there it is. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll work while you sell.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I should have pointed our little turner. I thought I put
Here.
it here.
The turner here.
Not a turner, but the scoring tool.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, it's here. We got
yeah.
it. Okay, so I'm going to use my scoring tool to peel off while Joni is doing all the work. Okay. But even Maddie said today, she said, how did we only end up with 2 Christmas table runners? So I think she was hinting that she wants me to bring home some more Christmas table runners. So I think I
Take
will.
this one home.
Yeah, we've got a couple of these, a bunch of them, right? We have a bunch of towels. So see, I use my scoring tool to score it, and then you just peel it off. Okay, so that one's ready. Do the same thing here. So you just scratch it with your scoring tool.
Can you put your mic back on?
Oh, my mic back on. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. Okay. So there I'm using the scoring tool. And so I scratched it, and then I just lift up. And there, peel it off. Okay, now I have 2. Here, I can do them all. I think I ended up with 5 bundles. So here again, scratch it. Go with the tip of your scoring tool. These are from OESD. OESD has a bunch of nice products. They also have beautiful embroidery designs too. So we're looking forward to the new year. We're going to get some things started with them. So lots of exciting things happening. The other one I want to get started with too is Hoop Sisters. We've never done anything with them yet. I love their designs. So there's a lot out there. Tommy's designing a lot.
Someone asked what the difference is between like Tommy's old Star of Wonder USB and then this one.
Okay, so the old one is all applique. So this one is using the panel. So I will, oh, is this one? Okay, here was another one that you didn't see. So, okay, so here's another one. So this one, see, this is a panel inside. Now let me get one that is a applique. So these are all with the applique fabric. So Tommy's are all the applique designs, and this one is the panel. So maybe what I should do is get the flash drive, and we could show them on the machine. Okay, so let me see what I did with the flash drive. Number 3. Okay, I see a flash drive. Okay, so
Okay. And I'm going to go right here.
okay, I'll just wake up the machine and get my flash drive out. Okay, and I'm gonna put it in. I think I'll put it in the top slot. That's the one without the little mouse symbol. So I'll go to embroidery, and then over here, there's my USB symbol. There's my design. So there's a folder that says Star of Light Panel Embroidery Design. So there. And okay, so let's go Star of Wonder. And you'll see there's 2 there. So the first one is always the candle wicking. Okay, so let's go I guess go back or cancel. There we go. And then the second one is the satin stitch. And it's just, I just, sometimes I did satin stitch, sometimes the candle wicking, but all of them are in there. So let's cancel this one. Let's go back. Let's see, I think if I go press the flash drive again here. So they're all labeled. Block 1, Star of Wonder. Block 2, Peace on Earth. Block 3, Goodwill to Men. Block 4, Town of Bethlehem. So all of them are labeled. Now remember, you don't see the PDF unless you put it into your computer and then you can view the PDF. So that was a request I made to engineers. I said we would love to be able to open PDFs right here on our screen and not have to go to our computer, so we could maybe toggle back and forth. So here's Gift of Love. Let's press on that one. So all of them are sized. Okay, so oh, it says pattern extends outside, rotate it. So some of them will tell you that. Set. Now the steps are, so the first one, so I'm going to go to embroidery at the first step. So I think I'll get rid of that hoop that is showing there. So I'm going to go to frame size. I'm going to go to the biggest one. 160 by 260.
I'm gonna do this one.
There, small, 240 by 360. We'll leave it at that one. Okay, and there. So the first one is going to be your placement line and tack down. So I laid down a piece of a fusible fleece with the fusible side facing up that was bigger than the design. Now here it is in millimeters. That does me no good. So I'm going to go here to settings, go to page 5 of 8. Up at the top it says millimeters. I need it in inches. So there's times when I need it in inches and times when I need it in millimeters. So this design is 10.31 by 9.30. So I think I'd cut my fusible fleece like 10 and 5/8 or 10 and 3/4. Let's say 11. Let's go 11 by 10. So there's excess that I can trim off. So I hoop no-show stabilizer. You can stitch your placement line for your batting. So here we're going to go to plus minus, and let's see what it's going to do first. So I'm just going to plus up 1 stitch, and I can see my cursor. So there are 2 lines of stitching. This first line is to tack down the batting, and that will be smaller than the fabric. So then your seam allowances won't be so bulky and so hard to turn. Now let's see what the next one down is. Okay, so it's the same thing. So step 1 will be your placement line for your batting. Step 2, you're going to lay down your fusible fleece as your batting, fusible side facing up, and it's going to stitch it down. Then you're going to trim away the excess close to the stitching. Next, you are going to do the placement line for the panel, okay? And placement line for the panel, you're going to take your panel, so step 4, you're going to lay your panel down and you're going to make sure that it is stitching close to, like you don't want that gold trim to show. So you want it to stitch within the design. I'm going to demonstrate it, as we go along. Every day we're going to demonstrate something for you. And so I'm going to demonstrate making one of these so you'll see what to do. In fact, maybe I should do that tomorrow, right? I think I should do it tomorrow for Thursday night so I can show you the steps on making this. And then the next one will be step 5 will be, first it was a placement line, and next will be a tack down for the panel. And then your last step is, I guess it's tack down and placement. Oh, I'm forgetting. I got to get the directions out. But tomorrow night, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to demo doing one of these. So you'll see. So you got to tune in anyhow, because we're not going to be opening up present number 5 until we start the show at 7 o'clock tomorrow. So Okay, all right. So I think you get the idea, but I think tomorrow night you'll do even better. Well, I'll be able to show you. Okay, so
Okay,
here, let's
so-
look at what Joni's
Okay,
doing.
so I am placing the appliques now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I love the French horn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
then,
one's kind of cool like that. The
Mhm.
bell, like it depends on what end of the table you're sitting.
right.
So
Yeah, so
there.
we do the opposite corner, and
Yeah.
then I love the violin too.
Uh-huh.
So let's see if we can. Now this one we can kind of tuck that underneath, and you
Yeah,
kind of want
there,
it to
there'd be
go.
like so you.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, that looks good. And right here was where that little sound.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So, she's covering it up.
covering
That's
up.
good. Okay, I like
think
it.
I do
Press
too.
it. I
Okay.
like it.
So you just take your iron and press.
And they say
Hold
hold
it.
it down about 15 seconds,
Mhm.
and that will fuse it permanently. Oh, come in, Kathy.
Come in. Is
Come
this what
in.
you're doing this
Yeah.
If you
afternoon?
guys are just home, and because it's so cold and you're staying at home, this is the 3 o'clock show. Look at how cute they
that
are.
is. That's really cute.
cute.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yay.
how much snow did Erie, Pennsylvania have?
I don't
It's
know.
been
That
on
was-
national
4
news.
foot at one time,
4
Yeah.
foot at one
Mhm.
and they're
time.
still getting more.
Yeah, we saw
Mhm.
pictures of it. Looked like the snow was
Yeah.
5
And
feet
it-
high.
Yeah. And they
right.
got it all in like 2 days or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
So, oh, there's a little corner right here
There,
that's
right
still
there.
sticking
Okay.
up. Okay, looks beautiful.
It does.
And then you'll just do the other one so we can press more.
Yeah, we can press
later,
more
let's
later.
get-
Okay.
So here's a violin.
yeah.
you decide.
And
So
then let's
here,
see, we have.
It's this corner.
And
so you
then
wanna go opposite
the
is there.
core.
So I'll just
Yeah, I
bend
like
this here so
this.
they can
I
see.
like that. Okay, and let's see.
So we got the saxophone.
Let's
there
see, we
is
kind
the-
of like put that. Well, let's see. We don't want to cover up that
Yeah, so
I
maybe
think
this
maybe-
way it'll curve out.
curve out that way. Yeah.
And yeah, I think right on top.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the bell is going to get hidden, but okay, how about there?
Yeah.
I like it.
And then there's another little.
Okay.
Just,
And maybe I think what if we went like that? Then we aren't losing that bell. Oh, but we're losing part of the instrument.
Yeah.
So and
That-
there, I
that
like
looks
it.
nice.
I love it.
Okay. Here. I want to move this to over.
We're
just,
always in a hurry,
and a
aren't we?
smidge.
Yeah, you don't want it. Yeah,
you
a
don't want it
smidge.
hanging over.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. It's like that. All right.
Okay. And she's going to
Okay.
press that down.
Okay.
Okay. So Star of
And
Light
that's-
panel embroidery. If you bought our Christmas box, you got it in your box. All of the designs are in there. That's what my daughter-in-law Maddie said. She was watching other Christmas boxes, and what we missed out on last year
Yeah.
is we didn't have a project. So now I think it's 13 projects we're giving you to make, but they're easy. They're very easy
yeah.
and they're fun. You just need the Star of Wonder fabric, and we'll get that right out to you if you ordered it. We'll get it right out to you. And then you'll need hangers. Now tomorrow night I'm going to show you some more hangers. So
Okay, good.
yeah, internet says Buffalo got 3 to 4 feet
Yeah.
of snow. Yes, that
Boy, that
is
really
a lot.
put the-
Joni, you did great.
Yeah, it looks
It's
great. And look, it
beautiful.
only took
less than 2 hours.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to go now, clean up. So Kathy's ready to go on at 3 o'clock. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow night at 7.
All right.
Bye
good.
bye.